Hi, good evening, friends. I welcome all of you to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. Now, friends, BYJU'S Exam Prep is the most comprehensive app for all the examinations, including CAT and other MBA entrance examinations. Now, here at BYJU'S, we provide our students with end-to-end preparation so that they can achieve their desired goals. In this session, I once again welcome all of you to our subsequent session where we are basically learning how to plot the different graphs of the functions. Okay, so we have already considered different functions in the previous few sessions. If all of you are following the series of sessions, then since plenty of days we have been discussing different types of concepts based on algebra. Okay, and in the previous two sessions, before this session, in the previous two sessions, we have seen plotting of graphs. All right, now let's have a quick recap of all these sessions. Okay, so a very quick recap, just looking at whatever we have discussed, whatever we have already discussed in these sessions. Okay, so basically to start with, in the last two sessions we have discussed the graphs of linear and quadratic functions. So in the first session where we started discussing about the graphs, so we started with the graphs of linear and quadratic functions. Okay, now in the graph of linear functions we have seen that it will be a straight line. All right, so we have seen the very basics of linear functions. In quadratic we have seen different types of quadratic functions. So if I talk about a quadratic function in general, I can say that the graph will be a parabola. In the last sessions, we have also discussed different forms of these parabolas. So if we have a quadratic function, in x, then we can say that the graph will be a parabolic curve and the axis of symmetry of this parabola will be parallel to y-axis. All right, so that means I can say that the graph will either be an upward opening parabola or it will be a downward opening parabola. Right, now also in yesterday's session we have seen these three different types of parabolas. Okay, so if the graph is an upward opening parabola in case of quadratic, and it may lie completely above x-axis, it may be touching x-axis at a single point, and it may intersect x-axis depending upon the value of discriminant. Yes, so we have already discussed all these things. Okay, so moving further, in the first session which I'm talking about related to graphs, we have also discussed some of the graphs which is related to the shifting. Okay, so if we are given any graph, let's say a graph of y equal to f of x is given, and you have to plot the graph of y equal to f of x plus k, y equal to f of x minus k, or y equal to f of x plus k and x minus k. So we have seen that in these four cases the graph will shift. Okay, so in the first of these cases the graph shifts upwards, then the graph shifts downwards in the second case. In the third case the graph will shift towards left, and in the final case the graph will shift towards right. In all cases the graph will shift by k units. All right, so we have seen shifting of graphs as well. Now in the yesterday's session, we have seen reflection of graphs also. So given the graph of y equal to f of x, how to plot the graph of y equal to minus of fx, how to plot the graph of y equal to f of minus x, also how to plot the graph of modulus of fx. So we have seen the basic rules pertaining to all these things. All right, and then finally we have seen the graphs of different types of modulus functions. All right, like I promised in yesterday's session, today we are going to discuss the graphs which are for inequalities. Yes, the graphs which will basically cover a particular region. So yesterday we have seen, in the last two sessions though, we have seen that the graph will be either a straight line or it will be a curve. It will basically cover a location, a locus of points. Okay, but today we'll have a look at the graphs of inequalities, where the graph will cover certain area of the coordinate axis. All right, so let's start with the basics of graphs pertaining to inequalities. Okay, so let's take a very basic inequality to start with. Y is less than 5x. Okay, now whenever we want to plot the graph of such an inequation, so what we must do to start with is, instead of the sign of inequality, write the sign of equality. So inequality की जगह आप equality में change कर दो. Okay, so this will become y equal to 5x. All right, y equal to 5x. Done. Now let's plot the graph of this function. Y equal to 5x का graph plot कर दो. Okay, so when x is 0, y will also be equal to 0. When x is 1, value of y will be equal to 1. I just need 2 points because I know that this will be a straight line. Let's check for y equal to -1. So y equal to -1, the value, sorry, x equal to -1, the value of y will be -5. Okay, so the graph will also pass through this point. Okay, so let us draw a dotted line connecting these points. So I have drawn a straight line between these points. Okay, so this will be the line that will represent y equal to 5x. Okay, now the region that I have to plot was y is less than 5x. Okay, now we can see that the given line y equal to 5x has divided the entire xy plane in two regions. One of the regions I can say is towards the left and the other region is towards the right of it. Okay, अब इन दोनों में से कौन सा वाला रीजन कंसिडर करना है, we'll have to check it. Okay, so now how can you check it? Just imagine one of the points, just consider one of the points on either left hand side or right hand side of this line. Okay, so let me take this particular point. Now this point is 3 comma 1. Okay, now substitute this point x comma y as 3 comma 1 in this inequality and check whether this point is satisfying or not satisfying this inequation. Okay, so substitute करते हैं, y equal to 1 and x is equal to 3. So on the right hand side it will become 15. Okay, left hand side is 1 and right hand side is 15. Is 1 less than 15? Yes, 1 is less than 15. Okay, so since 1 is less than 15, I can say that this particular point is satisfying the inequality, and hence the graph which is, or the region which is on the right hand side of this particular line will be the graph of this inequation. So this shaded region will be the graph for y is less than 5x. All right, am I clear? So I'll quickly elaborate what I have just discussed. Good evening, Siddharth. Okay, so we had to plot the region for y is less than 5x. Now instead of inequality sign, I just kept equality sign and will plot the line y equal to 5x. Okay, now y equal to 5x on the coordinate axis you can see with the red line. Okay, so I have plotted the graph of y equal to 5x, which is shown by the red line in the xy plane. Okay, now this red line, the graph for y equal to 5x, has divided the entire xy plane in two regions. One is on the left hand side and one is on the right hand side. Okay, now the region covered by y is less than 5x will be either on the left hand side or on the right hand side of this line. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll pick up one point randomly from the xy plane and will check if that point will satisfy the given inequation or not. If that particular point will satisfy, then the region towards that point will be the region that will satisfy our given inequation. Okay, so this is how we plot the graph for inequations. Okay, so let's take one more example so that you will all understand what basically is the concept behind all these things. Now I have 4x plus 3y plus 12 is less than 0. Okay, so 4x plus 3y plus 12. So अभी क्या करना है, inequality की जगह I'll plot the graph for this straight line equation. Okay, so obtaining 2 points, putting y as 0, the value of x will be equal to minus 3. So the graph will pass through minus 3 comma 0. Okay, obtaining the second point, putting x equal to 0, the value of y will be equal to minus 4. Okay, so let's mark these 2 points on the xy plane. So x equal to 0, y equal to minus 4 is this point, and y equal to 0, x equal to minus 3 will be this point. Okay, now let's draw a straight line joining these 2 points. So this is the straight line joining these 2 points. So again, I can say that this line has divided the entire xy plane in 2 regions. Okay, in 2 regions, and this line will go to infinity, right? Okay, now taking any random point again, let's consider 0 comma 0. Okay, so I'll consider a random point 0 comma 0 and we'll see if 0 comma 0 will satisfy. So if 0 comma 0 will satisfy this inequation, then the portion of the xy plane which is towards this point will be considered. So 0 comma 0 kahan pe hai? Origin, it is there. So substituting 0 comma 0, hi Payal, good evening. So will 0 comma 0 satisfy this inequality? So 4 into 0 plus 3 into 0 plus 12, is it less than 0? No, it is not less than 0. So the point 0 comma 0 is not satisfying this inequality. So that means 0 comma 0 will not lie in the region shown by this particular inequation. So this region on the right hand side will not be considered. All right, and the region on the left hand side of this line, the region that I'm shading with green color, this will be the region for the inequation 4x plus 3y plus 12 is less than 0. Okay, fine. So this is how we plot the graph of inequalities. Let's move ahead and look at further things. Now we want to plot the graph for modulus x plus modulus y is less than 5. Now yesterday we have seen how to plot the graph for mod x plus mod y equal to k. We have seen mod x plus mod y equal to some constant, let's say 4 or 5 or whatever. So we have already seen the basic graph of this function. Okay, so let's quickly plot that. So mod x plus mod y equal to 5. It will pass through these 4 points. Okay, so x equal to plus 5 and minus 5 and similarly y equal to plus 5 and minus 5. Okay, so this particular graph will pass through these 4 points. Let's join these 4 points with the straight lines. So this will be the graph for mod x plus mod y equal to 5. Okay, now if I have to plot the region of mod x plus mod y is less than 5. Okay, so again you may take one point which is lying inside this region or outside the region and trying satisfying this inequality. इस inequality को satisfy करके देखेंगे. So again I am considering origin 0 comma 0. Okay, so if I'll put 0 comma 0, so 0 plus 0, is it less than 5? Yes, it is less than 5. So origin is satisfying this particular point. Okay, so we can say that the entire region which is lying inside this bounded region will be the region for mod x plus mod y less than 5. So let us shade that entire region. So this particular region which I am shading now will be the graph for mod x plus mod y less than 5. Now instead of this, अगर mod x plus mod y graph अगर ऐसा होता, mod x plus mod y is greater than 5. Okay, so which region would I have considered? I would have considered the region which is outside this bounded region. Okay, so जो मैंने shade किया है, other than this we will consider everything which is outside this shaded region. All right. Okay, so this is the general graph for modulus x plus modulus y is less than 5. Right. Let's take one more example. Now you will see this type of questions to be coming up in examinations. So the question is, how many points with integer coordinates, how many points with integer coordinates will lie within or the boundary of the region shown by x lying between -3 and +3 and y between -4 and +4, including the extreme values. Now I'll take you back to the previous graph. Now in the previous graph, we had mod x plus mod y is less than 5. It was strictly less than 5. Okay. So the region which will be covered by mod x plus mod y less than 5 will be the region which is strictly lying inside this bounded region. Okay. So the points which are lying on these lines will not be included. Okay. If the graph or if the equation would have been mod x plus mod y is less than equal to 5, agar less than equal to 5 hota, then in that case we will consider the points which are also lying on the boundary of this region. Okay, so if it is less than 5, we will strictly be inside this region, will not be considering the points which are lying on the boundary. If it is less than equal to 5, we will take all the points which are lying inside as well as on the boundary of this region. And if it is mod x plus mod y greater than 5, then we will be considering all the points which are lying outside, strictly outside this region. Okay, fine. So let's plot first of all this part. So here x is less than equal to 3 and greater than equal to -3. Okay, so let us first of all look at these points. So x equal to -3 and x equal to +3. Let us plot these two straight lines. So x equal to -3 will be a straight line like this. Okay, I'm showing it with a dotted part, and similarly x equal to +3 will be this dotted line. All right, so this is x equal to -3 and x equal to +3. Now since the value of x is greater than -3 and less than +3, so we will consider the region which is lying on the right hand side of this line and on the left hand side of the other line. Okay, so the region which is bounded by these lines, okay, the region which is lying inside these two lines will be taken. Also all the points which are lying on these lines will also be taken, because I have x greater than equal to -3 and x less than equal to 3. Okay, now this is the first part. Now looking at the second part, y is between -4 and +4, and both these points are also included. So extremes are also included. So this is the point y equal to 4 and this is the point y equal to -4. All right. So if I again draw a straight line, dotted line with blue color, so this will be the graph for y equal to +4 and this will be the graph for y equal to -4. Okay, so the region which is below this line and above this line will be considered. All right, so basically what figure have we obtained? We have obtained a rectangle which I am now marking with green color. Okay, now if you have to find the dimension of this rectangle, so dimension of this rectangle, I can say that this dimension on the right hand side So I can say that height of this rectangle is 8 units and width of this rectangle is 6 units. Okay, so area of this rectangle will be 6 into 8, that is 48. So this is one question that can be asked in the examination. All right. Now here they are asking how many points with integer coordinates lie within or the boundary of this region. Okay. So let's mark all these points. How many points with integral coordinates? So if I'll start from the topmost horizontal line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So on one horizontal line, I have 7 points. Likewise, how many horizontal lines do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 above x-axis, 4 below x-axis, all right, and one of the lines is off x-axis. Okay, so total 9 lines like this. Fine. So on one horizontal line I have 7 points, and likewise I have a total of 9 lines. So total number of points having integral coordinates which are lying within or the boundary of this region will be 7 multiplied by 9, and the answer will be 63. So in all, there are 63 points having integral coordinates which are lying within or boundary of the given region. All right. So very basic question. This like you will definitely find these type of questions to be coming in your examinations. Okay, fine. Now let's increase the level of difficulty a bit. How many points with integer coordinates lie within or the boundary of the region mod x plus mod y equal to 5? Okay, so सबसे पहले तो प्लॉट कर देते हैं mod x plus mod y equal to 5. Okay, so we have already seen this a lot of times. So I'll quickly draw this graph. So joining these two lines. Okay, fine. Now we have to count the number of points. So the counting is very, very easy. So I'll start from the topmost point. So this is 1, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 7. All right, and then 9. Okay, I'm not looking at x-axis for the time being. All right, so these are the points that I have marked. Okay, so 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Let us add these points, so it will give you 25 points. So 25 points are lying above x-axis. 25 points in the similar manner will lie below x-axis, and on the x-axis there will be 11 points. Okay, so 25 plus 25 plus 11, answer will be 61 points. Okay, so how many points with integer coordinates will lie within or on the boundary of this region? Answer will be 61. Okay, so this question is that easy, my dear friends. All right, so exactly, Vicky. So Vicky, it should have been 11. You have written 10. Okay, earlier you have written 63. Okay, so I hope all of you are clear with such type of questions. Now when we see these type of questions for the first time, uh, we think that these questions are too difficult to solve. Okay, but we have just seen how to get the answer of these questions in the step-by-step manner in the last 1 or 2 sessions. Okay, so plotting the graph for mod x plus mod y equal to 5, now it has become easy for all of you. You can do it in less than few seconds. Okay, less than 30 seconds, I believe. And then calculating the number of integral points within or on the boundary of this region, it will take another 30 seconds. All right. Okay, Now let's again raise the level of difficulty a bit, and let's plot the following graph. Okay, let's plot the following region and also find the area of the region which is enclosed in this. Now there are so many inequalities, so a lot of inequalities are clubbed into one. Okay, now let's do it step by step. Now what I'll do is I'll break all these inequalities one by one. So first is y is greater than equal to 0. So this part, y is greater than equal to 0. Second, x is greater than equal to 0. Okay. Now y greater than equal to 0 and x greater than equal to 0 will be, let's plot this. So y equal to 0 will be this line, x equal to 0 will be this line, all right, and everything that is covered in the first quadrant will be covered in region number 1 and region number 2. Okay, so y greater than equal to 0 and x greater than equal to 0, this will be everything that will come in the first quadrant, including the positive x-axis as well as negative x-axis. All right, am I clear with this up till now? So y greater than equal to 0 and x greater than equal to 0. So Vicky, not only positive but 0 as well. ठीक है ना, x 0 भी हो सकता है, y भी 0 हो सकता है. So all the regions which are having either x as negative or y as negative, we will remove all those regions. So the region which is covered by in equation number 1 and 2 will be first quadrant, including positive x-axis as well as positive y-axis. Okay, ठीक है, आगे चलते हैं. Next I will consider is this part. So region number 3 will be x greater than equal to y. Okay, so region number 3 x greater than equal to y. So अभी तक हमें क्या करना है, सिर्फ फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट पे ध्यान देना है. Now let's plot x greater than equal to y. Okay, so x equal to y plot कर रहा हूं मैं. So this is x equal to y. Now tell me, x greater than equal to y will be the region which will be above this line or below this line. Okay, tell me. Now I'll consider a point which is, let's say here, the point is 8 comma 1. Now will 8 comma 1 satisfy this inequality? Yes, it will be. 8 is greater than equal to 1. So the region which is lying below this line will be considered. Okay, so the region which is this one, not this one, okay, will be considered. Okay, good Vicky, you're saying below. All right, now let's move forward and look at the next part. X less than equal to 3y. Okay, so x less than equal to 3y, right? अब इसको प्लॉट करते हैं. Now x equal to 3y को अगर प्लॉट करेंगे, so first of all let's plot a straight line. So when x is 0, y is 0, right? When x is 3, y will be equal to 1. When x is 6, y will be equal to 2. When x is 9, y will be equal to 3. Okay, so let's join these points. Let's join these points and draw a straight line. So इनको join करके एक straight line बना देते हैं. Okay, now this line that I have drawn, x less than equal to 3y. So will you consider the region which is above this line or below this line? So again, I'll consider the same point, 8 comma 1. Will 8 comma 1 satisfy this inequality? No, 8 comma 1 is not satisfying this inequality. So the region which is above this line will be considered. Okay, now I'm just numbering the lines. So this is, let's say, line number 3, and this is for region number 4, line number 4. So combining inequality number 3 and 4, I can say that the region which is lying between line number 3 and line number 4 will be the region that will be considered up till this point. Okay, am I clear? So combining point number 3 and point number 4, combining these 2 points, I can say that the region which is lying below line number 3 and above line number 4 will be the region that we will consider. So temporarily I am just shading this region. So this region will be considered up till this point. Okay, fine. Am I clear? Okay. आगे चलते हैं अब. Now let's have a look at the next part. Now next part will be x less than equal to 6. Okay. So number 5, x less than equal to 6. So I'll plot x equal to 6. Okay. So x equal to 6 will be this line. Okay. Now everything that is lying below this, above this, and on the left hand side of this, x less than equal to 6, this particular part, let me call it line number 5. Okay. So this particular part, so I can say that the region which is lying on the left hand side of this line will be considered. Okay, because it is x less than equal to 6. Okay, so which portion will be considered? So I'm just shading the portion which I will get after plotting number 3, number 4 and number 5. So isko shade kar dete hain. So up till this point, now I have obtained this particular region. Okay, fine. Erase karte hain and आगे चलते हैं. Now last thing that I'll be plotting will be this part, and this one is y is less than equal to 2. So this is y less than equal to 2. So let's plot y equal to 2. So I have plotted y equal to 2. Alright. Now I have to plot y less than equal to 2. So I will consider the region which is lying below this line. Okay. So finally, what region have I obtained? I have obtained this particular region which I have just shaded. Okay. So now I am drawing the boundary of this as well with the black color. So this will be the final region that will be considered. Okay. Now we have to find the area of this region. The area of this region can be calculated by applying the area of triangle. Area of triangle is half into base into height. Okay. You can consider this line as base. So length of the base is 1, 2, 3, 4. So length of the base is 4 and the height of this triangle is 2 units. Okay. So this is the perpendicular height, which is 2 units. So we can say that area of this triangle will be half into 4 into 2. That is 4 square units. Okay. So yes, Vicky, you have given the intersection points as well. So 0, 0, 2, 2 and 6, 2. Yes. So these are the 3 points which will be the vertices of this particular triangle. Okay. Am I clear? Wonderful. So friends, today we have seen how to plot different types of regions, how to plot the graphs of inequalities. Okay. In the previous 2 sessions, we have seen the very basics of it. We have seen quadratic, we have seen linear functions, we have seen modulus function, we have seen shifting of graphs, we have seen reflection of graphs as well. Okay. So the set of these 3 sessions completes our sessions for plotting of graphs. Now, if you want, like those who have not seen these all the 3 lectures, okay, so they may go through these lectures one by one. You will find all these lectures on YouTube on the BYJU'S exam prep channel. So please look at all the 3 sessions which are related to the plotting of graphs and all the basics which are related with plotting of graphs will be cleared in your mind. All right. Okay, so that's all from my side, my dear friends. So quickly do press the like button. We have spent half an hour, more than half an hour. Okay, and if you have liked this session, please do press the like button. Comment, share, and subscribe this channel. Thank you very much, Siddharth. Thank you, Vicky, for participating in this lecture. This is the entire schedule that we follow on YouTube. Okay. Now, friends, right now, if you want to join any of the programs of BYJU'S exam prep, so we have a 25% off that is going on. You can use this code and you may call at this number for further details. Now, this is one of the batches that we have launched recently. This is for all the students who want the final step of preparation, final revision for CAT 2021. This is a 2-month crash course and all the details are there in front of you. Another batch for CAT 2022 for the aspirants who are not taking CAT this year and are planning next year. Batch number 5, a complete course for CAT 2022. This is another batch that we have recently launched. People who are preparing for CAT 21, please don't miss All India mock test for CAT 2021, which has already started on 28th of September and it will go live up till 4th of October. So please do register and please do participate and take this test. These are different CAT and other MBA examination courses that we offer here at BYJU'S. Some online classroom programs that we offer: CAT 21, a percentile booster course, and CAT 22, a complete course. The complete details are mentioned on your screen. This is the list of mentors that we have on our panel. Vicky, you are asking graphs not feasible in examination. Definitely, Vicky, they may come in examination in different forms. Okay, so it is very important to have the knowledge of these graphs. So that's all, my friends, from my side. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook. You may join us on Telegram. All right, and please do subscribe our channel. Thank you very much.